Too many people spend their lives looking for the easy way out. They pray for fewer problems, ask for less pressure, and hope life will go easier on them. But here's the truth. Life was never designed to be easy. It was designed to grow you. And the sooner you stop wishing it was easier and start deciding to get better, the sooner everything in your life begins to change. You don't need life to back off. You need to step up. Life doesn't respond to complaints. It responds to competence. If you get stronger, if you get wiser, if you get more skillful, life will reward you, not because it's fair in the emotional sense, but because it's fair in the principled sense. You don't get what you want, you get what you're qualified for. You get what you've prepared for. You get what you've earned through development and discipline. You say it's hard. Of course it's hard, it's supposed to be. Difficulty is the training ground of destiny. The resistance you feel isn't there to stop you, it's there to build you. Muscles don't grow without resistance. Skill doesn't grow without repetition. Mindset doesn't grow without adversity. Stop looking at obstacles like they're in the way. They are the way. The challenge is not the enemy. The challenge is the curriculum. Let's get something straight. Your results in life will never rise higher than your level of identity. If you see yourself as average, you will operate as average, and life will pay you accordingly. But if you begin to see yourself as someone of value, someone of power, someone who solves problems, everything begins to shift. Your income, your relationships, your influence, they all expand when you expand. Not about talent. Talent is a myth. The real separator is discipline. It's showing up when it's boring. It's practicing when no one is watching. It's reading when others are partying. It's mastering your craft when everyone else is just getting by. Discipline is the secret everyone avoids because it doesn't feel good in the moment, but it pays for a lifetime. The marketplace doesn't care about your background. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care what neighborhood you came from. But here's the good news. The marketplace does care about value. The more value you bring, the more you earn. Period. Solve bigger problems, get paid bigger checks. That's the formula. It's not biased. It's not emotional. It's economic truth. So no, don't wish it was easier. Don't wish you had less problems. Wish you were better. And then become better. Build more skill. Sharpen your mind. Strengthen your discipline. Expand your faith. Multiply your effort. Because when you grow, everything you touch grows with you. That's how you level up. That's how you build a life of abundance. Not by lowering the standard, but by raising yourself. So stop waiting, stop wishing, get better. Life doesn't change because you complain about it. Complaints don't move the needle. They don't shift your circumstances. They don't open doors. You can cry, beg, blame, and shout at the world, but none of that changes the equation. Life is not moved by emotion. It's moved by execution. It responds not to how frustrated you are, but to how effective you become. You don't rise by voicing what's wrong. You rise by becoming what's right. We live in a world that pays in proportion to the problems you can solve. And guess what? Solving problems takes competence. It takes skill. It takes preparation. It takes the kind of internal transformation that complaining can never produce. Life rewards the person who shows up capable, not the one who shows up critical. The truth is, if your situation isn't improving, it's not because life is against you. It's because your capacity hasn't caught up to your desire. Most people want a raise in their paycheck, but they haven't raised their value. They want more opportunity, but they haven't increased their readiness. The moment you become more competent, more skilled, more disciplined, more aware, the doors that used to be locked will start opening, not because the world changed, but because you did. Think about it. When you walk into a dark room, you don't complain about the darkness, you turn on the light. That's what competence is. It's your internal switch that changes the external environment. But until you flip that switch, you stay stuck. Complaints are powerless, they give your energy away, but competence gives you leverage. It gives you authority. It makes you indispensable. So stop thinking the world owes you something for trying. It doesn't. But it will pay you for becoming someone who delivers. Get good at what you do. Get focused. Get skilled. Become a master of your craft. Because when you do that, life takes notice. And so does the marketplace. You want life to respond? Then don't raise your voice. Raise your standard. Raise your game. Raise your competence. Too many people see obstacles as stop signs. They hit a wall and immediately think something's wrong, like the challenge is a signal to turn around or give up. But that's not what obstacles are. They're not there to stop you. They're not there to block you. They're there to build you. Every obstacle is resistance training for your mind, your character, and your calling. Think about how muscles grow. You don't build strength by lifting feathers. You build strength by lifting resistance. The heavier the weight, the stronger you become. Life works the same way. That obstacle in front of you isn't punishment. It's preparation. It's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to develop you. The pressure you feel is stretching you into the person you were meant to become. But most people misread it. They see the obstacle and say, this must not be for me. No, it's proof that it is for you. Because no one sends resistance to people going nowhere. If there's opposition, it means you're heading towards something worth fighting for. The obstacle is just testing to see if you're serious about it. Stop asking for life to get easier. Start getting stronger. The struggle you're facing is forging resilience in you. It's teaching you how to think under pressure, how to act without panic, how to keep moving forward when nothing makes sense. That's resistance training, and it's priceless. You can't buy that kind of development. You have to earn it. And here's the truth. The higher you go, the heavier the resistance. Success doesn't eliminate obstacles, it multiplies them. But the difference is, successful people stop seeing them as enemies. They start seeing them as training partners. They understand that every new level requires a new level of strength. So the next time you face a problem, stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this trying to teach me? Because that problem isn't in the way, it is the way. The obstacle isn't your enemy, it's your gym, your training ground, your preparation center. And if you lean into it instead of running from it, you'll come out stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than you've ever been. You don't become great by avoiding resistance. You become great by embracing it. If your income hasn't changed in years, it's not because the economy failed you. It's not because your boss overlooked you. It's not because the world is unfair. It's because your identity is still operating at the same level it was when you started. Your income is not just a reflection of your effort. It's a reflection of your identity. You will never consistently earn more than you believe you're worth. And deep down, you will always sabotage anything that exceeds the level of person you believe yourself to be. That's why you can give two people the same opportunity. One multiplies it, the other wastes it. One sees themselves as someone with value and authority, the other still sees themselves as average and replaceable. And because of that internal difference, their outcomes are radically different. Income follows identity. Success chases those who have already decided they belong at the top. You can't outperform the image you hold of yourself. If you see yourself as just getting by, you'll act like someone just getting by. You'll settle. You'll shrink. You'll apologize for wanting more. But when you shift your identity, when you begin to see yourself as someone of excellence, someone of value, someone who solves problems and leads with purpose, your actions change. And when your actions change, your results have no choice but to follow. Here's the hard truth most people don't want to face. If you dropped $1 million on someone with a broke identity, they'd lose it in a year, not because they're unlucky, but because their inner thermostat was set to survive, not thrive. And life always resets itself to match your internal standard. That's why the work isn't just financial, it's personal. It's internal. You don't just need new income, you need a new identity. That means building belief, developing confidence, walking in purpose, and refusing to play small. It means surrounding yourself with people who stretch you, speak life into you, and challenge your limitations. Because until you change what's going on in you, you'll never fully change what's happening around you. You want to increase your income? Then increase your identity. Expand how you see yourself. Upgrade your mindset. Speak differently. Move differently. Make decisions like someone who already has what they want, not someone still begging for a breakthrough. Because when your identity shifts, your behavior shifts. And when your behavior shifts, your results explode. Everybody's looking for a shortcut. They want the fast track, the hack, the secret. But the real shortcut, the one nobody wants to take, is called discipline. Discipline is the path that looks slow in the beginning, but it's the only path that guarantees lasting speed in the end. It's not the flashy option, it's not exciting, but it works and it always will. Most people avoid discipline because it demands something up front. It demands effort without applause. It demands sacrifice before results. It demands consistency without a crowd. And that's uncomfortable. But the irony is, avoiding discipline only creates more discomfort in the long run. Lack of discipline leads to regret, to frustration, to wasted years and missed opportunities. So while it feels good in the moment to skip the hard thing, it feels terrible later when you realize your potential stayed locked inside you because you couldn't control yourself. Discipline is the ability to tell yourself no, not because you're punishing yourself, but because you respect yourself. It's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's showing up on the days when motivation is gone. It's building habits that serve your future instead of indulging in behaviors that comfort your past. Talent might give you a head start, but it's discipline that makes sure you finish. The world is full of talented people who never made it. You probably know some. People with incredible potential who never produce much fruit because they never mastered their habits. But the people who win, the people who rise, they're not the ones who had the best start. They're the ones who stuck with it the longest, who showed up every day, rain or shine, and did the work. Discipline doesn't always look like greatness, not at first. It looks like waking up early when everyone else sleeps in. It looks like choosing the gym over the couch, the book over the binge, the purpose over the party. It's not glamorous, but it compounds. And what seems small today becomes unstoppable tomorrow. The most successful people aren't just motivated, they're disciplined. Because motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that's built, that's forged, that's practiced. And it becomes a force that carries you through seasons where others quit. Discipline keeps building while others are waiting for inspiration. It keeps moving when others are distracted. It keeps growing when others are hoping. So if you really want the shortcut, take the long road called discipline, because in the end, it gets you there faster than anything else. The marketplace is not emotional. It doesn't care about your background, your story, your intentions, or your excuses. It doesn't care how long you've been trying, how much effort you've put in, or how badly you need it. And that may sound cold until you realize that this very indifference makes it fair. Because while the marketplace doesn't care about your situation, it absolutely pays for your solutions. This is the beauty of the game. The marketplace doesn't discriminate. It compensates, not based on potential, not based on effort, but based on results. If you solve problems, you get paid. If you bring value, you earn respect. If you make people's lives easier, better, faster, more efficient, you win. And if you don't, you don't. It's that simple. A lot of people are out here trying to get paid for showing up. They think being busy should equal being rewarded. But the marketplace doesn't reward busyness, it rewards productivity. It doesn't reward motion, it rewards progress. You don't get paid for trying hard, you get paid for making a difference. That means you got to stop asking, why haven't I been recognized, and start asking. See, the marketplace is like a mirror. It reflects back to you the value you've put in. If you look at your bank account and you don't like what you see, don't curse the mirror. Fix what it's reflecting. Increase your skills. Get better at communicating. Sharpen your leadership. Learn how to package your value in a way that people want to pay for. Because once you do, the compensation must follow. People say money follows value, and that's true, but let's be even more clear. Money chases excellence. If you become so good they can't ignore you, they won't. If you become the best at what you do, the demand will come. And when demand comes, you won't have to chase opportunity, it'll chase you. So don't waste time wishing the marketplace was nicer or more forgiving or more patient. It won't change. But you can. And when you do, when you bring something of real value to the table, something that helps, heals, or moves people forward, the marketplace will reward you. Not emotionally, not out of pity, but economically, tangibly. Because while the marketplace doesn't care about your struggle, it always pays for your solution. Everybody wants life to get easier. They want the pressure to go away, the problems to disappear, the challenges to soften. But the truth is, the problems don't stop, and they're not supposed to. Life doesn't get easier, you get stronger. The goal is not to eliminate the struggle. The goal is to outgrow it. Because when you become better, the problems stay the same size, but they no longer intimidate you. People who keep wishing for less problems are people who never step into their potential. Why? Because potential is only activated in pressure. Growth doesn't happen in comfort. It happens in conflict. It happens when you're stretched beyond what you think you can handle and forced to learn something new. Problems are not there to punish you, they are there to educate you. They exist to reveal where you still need to grow. Instead of saying, I wish this wasn't so hard, you should be asking, what skill do I need to develop so this becomes easier for me? Because the better you get, the smaller the problem feels. The challenge didn't shrink, you grew. And that's the secret most people never discover. They spend years running from pressure instead of developing the capacity to handle it. When your skill set expands, your confidence expands. When your skill set expands, your options expand. When your skill set expands, your income expands. So don't waste time begging for an easier path. Build yourself into the kind of person who can handle the one you're on. Master your communication. Learn how to lead. Get financially literate. Grow in discipline. Get better at solving problems. Because when you bring solutions, you gain influence. Problems aren't the enemy. Problems are invitations to rise. They separate the people who want success from the people who are willing to become successful. If you avoid problems, you avoid growth. But if you face them head on and treat every single one as a teacher, you accelerate faster than 95% of the world. So no, don't pray for less pressure. Don't hope for less friction. Don't wish for life to back off. Instead, wake up every day with one goal. Build more skill. Build so much skill that your old problems feel like warm-ups. Build so much skill that you don't fear challenges, you welcome them, because you know that every problem you conquer today is preparing you for the opportunities of tomorrow. You don't need less problems, you need more power. And power comes from skill. So here's the bottom line. Stop waiting for life to get easier. Stop wishing the struggle away. Life is not designed to reward complaints or hand out success based on hope alone. It rewards the competent. It pays those who solve problems, who show up prepared, who keep growing when others quit. The obstacles aren't there to stop you. They're shaping you. The pressure isn't your punishment. It's your preparation. Your income will never outgrow your identity. Your results will never outpace your discipline. And your influence will never rise above your ability to bring real, tangible value to the world. The people who win are not the ones who had it the easiest. They're the ones who became the strongest. They didn't run from problems. They built the skills to dominate them. They didn't complain about the marketplace. They got so good that the marketplace had to take notice. So if you want to change your life, stop looking for shortcuts. Stop trying to escape the work. Embrace the process. Lean into the discomfort. Build yourself until life no longer intimidates you, because you've become the kind of person who can handle anything it throws at you. Don't wish it was easier. Get better, because when you do, everything around you will begin to change, not by chance, but by choice, by commitment, by mastery. That's the game. And once you play it at that level, there's no going back. Now rise up and become the version of you that your future is depending on.